Motion Mania by McKenna Carmichael and Taylor Wakeland.
Content: frame of reference, distance, displacement, speed, velocity, and acceleration. Frame of reference. The definition of frame of reference is a system of objects that are not moving with respect to one another.
An example frame of reference would be throwing a ball straight up and down. From this angle, you can see that the ball is going up and down and not in any other direction. In this second video, you can see that from this angle, the ball is going up and down at a slight arch. Both of these videos would be correct because it depends on your point of view in the situation.
Distance and displacement. The definition of distance is the length of a path between 2 points. The definition of displacement is a straight line from the starting position to the ending position.
An example of distance would be when you run 30 meters. This would be considered distance because you start in one point and end at another point with the straight path. For displacement, Taylor started at the white line and walked to the red line, turned around, and went back to where he came from, and which would make the displacement 0.
Speed. The definition of speed is a ratio of the distance an object moves to the amount of time the object moves. To find speed, use the formula distance divided by time.
An example of speed would be when a soccer ball starts at the blue line and is kicked to the wall at a certain speed. You can solve for speed by dividing distance divided by time. An example would be a soccer ball kicked a distance of 20 meters. What is its speed if it takes 0.5 seconds to cover the distance? So you take 20 meters divided by 0.5 seconds, which is equal to 40 meters per second.
Velocity. Velocity. The definition of velocity is the speed of an object in a given direction.
This is an example of velocity because you are going a certain amount of speed in a certain direction, such as north, east, south, and west.
Acceleration. The definition of acceleration is the rate at which velocity changes. The formula used is final velocity minus initial velocity divided by time.
An example of acceleration would be when you start from walking to jog to sprint. You are accelerating from slow to fast. When you solve for acceleration, you take the final velocity minus the initial velocity divided by time. An example would be a car accelerates so that its velocity changes from 3 meters per second to 15 meters per second in 4 seconds. What is the car's average speed? So you take 15 meters per second subtracted by 3 meters per second divided by 4 seconds, and it would get you 3 meters per second squared.